Oh my god. I am seething with inhuman rage. I need to find something on YouTube upon which I can vent my many frustrations. Oh, yes. This will do nicely.
How does it feel to be the same sex as Donald Trump?
The same way that it feels to be the same sex as Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ronald Reagan, Christopher Columbus, Macho Man Randy Savage, the guy you saw last week at the bus stop, or literally any other person who has ever lived who happens to be the same sex I am. Jesus Christ, was that a serious question? We are off to a fantastic start. Personally, I wouldn't want to bring up either Donald Trump or gender loyalty if I were you, considering that right now millennial women overwhelmingly support a 71-year-old white male suffering severe mental retardation over a person of their own gender, who incidentally happens to be a felon. But I digress.
Why do you hate rom-coms? Or do you just feel like you need to hate them?
First of all, what exactly is a rom-com? Seriously, I do not know what that is. I actually have no idea what the fuck you are talking about. Rom-com? Is that a convention for enthusiasts of read-only memory or something? Because that actually sounds like a convention I would attend.
Everybody likes The Notebook. Everybody likes Beyonce. It's just a fact.
Fact check. According to RottenTomatoes.com, 85% of 31,654,783 people enjoyed The Notebook, which means that 15% of that same number of people did not enjoy it. 15% of 31,654,783 is approximately 4,748,217 people. Those 4,748,217 people are a subset of everyone. Your argument is invalid. Suck it. As to Beyonce, there are things about her that I like. However, her music is not one of those things. Moving on.
Why do you make women sit around and talk about men in movies?
What kind of men are you hanging around with? I have never done that before. Nobody has ever done that before. I cannot visualize a situation in which that would ever happen. You should probably talk to your doctor about lowering your Adderall regimen.
Y'all easily just sit around and talk about boobs for hours.
I cannot even begin to describe everything that is wrong with that statement. Men do not sit around and talk about boobs for hours. Boobs are a fine topic of conversation, do not misunderstand me. Boobs are fine. Boobs are marvelous. I would look at your boobs if you showed them to me. I might even talk to my friends about them later. However, the discussion would go something like this. Hey, guess what? What? You know that girl from that asinine BuzzFeed video? Yes, I am aware of her existence. Well, guess what? What? I saw her boobs. Oh, really? Yes. Were they nice? They were okay. And that would be the whole conversation. Seriously. You ladies think entirely too highly of your boobs, in my opinion. Unless your boobs are the Higgs boson, I cannot imagine a conversation about them lasting longer than 30 seconds.
Why do you automatically assume that you won't like TV or movies that star a female lead?
I don't. Nobody does. You are a stupid person.
Why are you surprised when women are funny?
Because women are usually not very funny.
I'm probably funnier than you.
No comment.
Why do you think that we're obsessed with you when we hook up?
Traditionally, a woman's willingness to perform coitus with a man is treated as a sign of romantic interest.
9 times out of 10, I just want you to leave too. I'm busy. I got shit to do.
We mostly stick around because we assume that you want us to. If this is not the case, please say so. We are unable to read your minds. If it would simplify things for you, we can always just pay you for your services and then go home.
Why can't I sleep with as many people as I want to without being judged? When men do it, they're congratulated.
I am just going to leave this here.
Why do you consider a woman a tease if she doesn't sleep with you after 3 dates, but a slut if she sleeps with you on the first date?
Obviously, because the magic number of dates is 2.
In what world does no mean yes?
Bizarro world.
No means no.
Does it? Does it really?
Why do you say that women are too emotional to be leaders?
Then justify catcalling by saying men just can't control themselves.
Those are two completely unrelated topics. They have nothing to do with each other. Being emotional or female does not automatically disqualify a person from being a leader. However, making faulty comparison arguments generally does.
Why do you think that just because you're nice to me, I owe you my body?
I've never been nice to you. I've never been mean to you either. I don't know you. However, I don't think I would like you. You seem irrational and demanding. I am a little afraid of you. If I saw you on the street, I probably would avoid you. I make no claims to your body, regardless of whether I am nice to you or not. You may keep your body for the time being. However, I may need to harvest some of your organs in the event that you are involved in a fatal car crash. Please be sure to mark the appropriate box on your driver's license.
Why would you ever send an unsolicited dick pic?
I don't know. I can't say that I have ever sent anyone an unsolicited dick pic. Nor do I understand why anyone would. There is a lot about the modern texting culture that I don't understand. The selfie, for instance. I've never taken a selfie. I am not physically capable of taking a selfie. I do not understand why people take selfies. Women seem to take a lot of selfies. Perhaps you would like to explain why you find it necessary to post 50 pictures of yourself a day to Facebook and Instagram? You do realize that nobody actually gives a shit that you went to the park, or that you just tried a new Thai restaurant, or that you found a really cute pair of pants, right? Anyway, to answer your question. To me, a dick pic makes more sense than a selfie. A dick pic seems kind of like an advertisement. It is an expedited way of showing somebody what you have to offer them without the need to introduce yourself or go into detail. Plus, if you send them out unsolicited and in bulk, it saves time and increases your chances of eventually getting a positive response. It's like a Chinese restaurant blanketing a neighborhood with pictures of their entrees.
Why do you feel like it's okay to harass women or make offensive comments about women, but when somebody does it to your sister, it's not okay?
Because my sister isn't an ugly skank. Ha ha ha. No, I am just kidding. I do not have a sister.
How does it feel to interrupt me when
Quiet.
Why do you have to sit with your legs so wide open?
I don't know. Why do you do 100,000 tiny things that you've done every day of your life and have never thought about because you have more important things on your mind? Hasn't it ever occurred to you that any insignificant random thing you could be doing at any time of the day might be potentially offensive to a total stranger? You need to check your privilege.
I get that you have balls.
Good. It was my ardent wish that you understand that.
I don't stand around with my arms wide open to make room for my boobs.
Such an act would be completely unnecessary for you.
Why are women perceived as the weaker sex, even though we literally birth you?
Because literally, women have different physiology than men. If a woman and a man eat the same food and do the same amount of exercise for the same period of time, the man will invariably gain more muscle mass. Granted, a woman who regularly lifts weights is likely to be stronger than a man who does not. However, on average, men are physically stronger than women. It has nothing to do with gender politics. It's just science. Oh wait, science is sexist. I forgot that.
Why is it so bad to show your emotions?
In the vast majority of social situations, it is usually a good idea to keep your emotions reserved and under control. The problem with an overly emotional person is that they tend to think that every single person they come across needs to be aware of their emotional state at any given time of the day. I am sorry that you think you have post-traumatic stress disorder because people keep calling you names on Twitter. But sooner or later you are just going to have to accept the fact that you are not the special snowflake you thought you were, and move on with your life. What the hell was I talking about? I seem to have gone off on a tangent. Sorry about that. Anyway, next question.
Why are you always trying to prove your masculinity to me?
It's sad that I actually have to point out the hypocrisy here. Feminists make a much bigger deal out of femininity these days than the average man does out of masculinity. Being excessively masculine has largely gone out of vogue in Western cultures. By contrast, a woman, even a woman who has nothing of any real substance to say about anything, can create an entire media career for herself simply by writing about and discussing the simple state of being female. Even if she has no talents of her own, she can forge an entire identity by criticizing talented people for not using their talents in a way that pleases her. Naturally, I am not talking about anyone in particular when I say this. Anyway, I seem to have gone off on another tangent. Sorry. Next question.
Why the isn't it ladylike to cuss?
Again, I kind of want to know what kind of men you have been hanging around that would cause you to think that this is a thing. Do you live in Salt Lake City or something? Seriously, I don't think I have ever heard anyone younger than 70 years old say or imply that it is not ladylike to curse.
When did words get gender?
They didn't. That is not a thing. That has never been a thing. You are an incredibly stupid person.
Why is it your first instinct to doubt women who have been sexually violated or raped?
Because in most modern civilized nations, suspects in criminal cases are presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Why do you assume a woman's angry because she's on her period?
You're absolutely right. It is sexist to think that. Oftentimes, women are angry for no good reason at all.
Why do you think women that wear makeup are false advertising? We can say the same thing about your dick size.
No, you can't. Those are two completely different things. I will now demonstrate to you how my dick size and you wearing makeup are not the same thing. You apply makeup to your face. You do not apply makeup to my dick. The attractiveness of your face is a variable. Applying or removing makeup to or from it will cause the attractiveness of it to increase or decrease by an amount proportional to the amount of makeup you put on it. My dick size, by contrast, is constant. There is nothing you can do to my dick that will alter its size. Applying makeup to my dick will not alter its size. You are a moron for making me explain this to you.
Why isn't it weird that there's a bunch of old white men sitting in a room making legislation about what I can and can't do with my body?
Because the men you are referring to are called legislators, and the thing you are describing is their actual job. Also, it is worth mentioning that 104 of these men are actually women.
Do you have a coochie?
I do not.
Why are straight guys so obsessed with lesbians?
Google Yowie and tell me that it is not the exact same fetish for women. Also, you should probably know that you are not the type of lesbian we are interested in.
How does it feel to get kicked in the balls?
It hurts.
Do you ever get tired of trying to be manly all the time?
No, I don't. As you can plainly see, I love being a tough guy on wheels.
Why are you so afraid of gender equality?
That is a nice loaded question. If your question were a baked potato, it would be loaded with bacon and sour cream and all sorts of delicious things. If your question were a baked potato, I would call it delicious. Unfortunately for you, your question is not a baked potato, and instead of being loaded with delicious things, it is loaded with bullshit feminist rhetoric. Therefore, it is not delicious at all. Allow me to answer it by posing a loaded question of my own. How do your overly strict Asian parents react to your disgusting degenerate lifestyle?
Why do I deserve to be paid less than you?
Because I am a world-renowned physicist and you are a barista at Starbucks.
In what world does 77 cents equal $1?
In what world does 68 cents equal $1?
Where exactly do these figures come from, anyway? Show me solid statistical evidence that women's salaries are consistently lower than men's salaries by this amount and we'll talk.
How is that fair?
Life's not fair. Stop being a whiny cunt.
Why are you intimidated by a woman who makes more money than you?
Again, nice loaded question. You are just full of those today, aren't you? Returning to the previous subject, I would like to point out another nice bit of feminist hypocrisy here. How is it that within the space of 30 seconds you can complain about how unfair it is for a man to be paid more than a woman, then berate men for complaining when a woman is paid more than a man? I'm pretty sure that's the sexism thing you keep bringing up.
Why are opinionated women seen as bitches?
When opinionated men are seen as bosses.
Webster's dictionary provides the following definition for the word opinionated: stiff in opinion, firmly or unduly adhering to one's own opinion or to preconceived notions, obstinate in opinion. Essentially, this means that an opinionated person is someone who clings stubbornly to their beliefs regardless of whether or not they have any basis in fact, and will passionately and angrily defend said beliefs even if they are completely and utterly in the wrong. In females, this trait is called bitchiness. In males, this trait is called idiocy. Since I am a progressive 21st century man, I am happy to use the words idiot and bitch interchangeably to describe you.
Why aren't you speaking up when you hear your male friends behind closed doors make jokes that are offensive to women?
Because I don't care. If you're not around to hear it, what does it matter? Hey, you want to hear a joke? How many feminists does it take to screw in a light bulb? 2. one to screw in the light bulb, and another to serve as a witness when the first feminist accuses the light bulb of rape.
Why are you so afraid of recognizing your own privilege? Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just recognize it and do something about it.
And to top it all off, a final loaded question from the annoying Asian butch lesbian. Lovely. You are absolutely right. I am totally privileged. The fact that Lou Gehrig's disease is literally eating away at my body pales in comparison to the invisible privilege that my testicles give me. I really should spend less time solving the mysteries of the universe and more time learning how to sit inoffensively while riding on the subway. Answering these questions has been an amazing use of my time. Thank you for distributing such high quality and thought-provoking content, BuzzFeedYellow.